fighters in. Our matchups are now very strong. We're getting quality people. Not that they weren't before, but we were in such a rush just to put a team together versus putting the right pieces. And now we're getting those pieces, and we're going to be competitive with anybody in this league at this point.
And with bringing those pieces in, you said being competitive. What do you think is the next step for you guys to go from just being competitive to consistently winning throughout this season and moving forward?
It's all about team chemistry. Now it's about making this unit together and to believe in themselves a little bit. When you're bringing in new people all the time, they don't know each other. They're not as supportive. And
what up, y'all? What up? We are live once again. It's your boy Push, and we are back for some more Team Boxing League.
To the younger fighters, the ones coming in, letting them know what is going to go on. None of us knew what was going to go on at the beginning. Now we're getting that, and now we're having that belief. And as some teams are starting to dissipate, we're getting stronger.
It's amazing insight. I thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Game on.
Justin, Dave.
Well, there are a mix of veterans and newcomers for Brian Caldwell's team. We will meet some of those fighters along with the Phoenix Fury. Houston and Phoenix do battle in the launch rounds when we come back in Atlanta. Team Boxing League is brought to you by Balance of Nature. In boxing, consistency beats intensity. Balance of Nature supplements help you stay consistent with ingredients of whole foods you can easily slot into your daily routine. Go to balanceofnature.com, use code TEAM, and start today. We're getting set for action at the Shrine Center in Atlanta, Georgia. So a neutral site here. Phoenix is the home team. Fury going for a second straight win over these Houston Hitmen. And something we touched on near the end, we heard it from Brian Caldwell when he was talking with Amelia. There are a lot of young fighters who have pretty good amateur pedigree, just starting out their pro journey. And Houston's kind of trying to integrate them into their lineup here as they just search for more and more consistency up and down this roster.
And we've seen quite a pattern in this league, and I attribute that to the very good coaching we're seeing, where a lot of teams are able to turn the tables a couple of weeks after they have fought. All the good work in the gym, all the meetings, all the recruiting coming together. So, you know, you're Houston, you're at your high point right now, and if you're Phoenix, you're saying, look what we just did in LA. That is the best home field edge in the league, and they did a great job in LA. So both teams are coming in here sky high, and they're happy to be here.
Yeah, Phoenix and Atlanta, or Phoenix and Houston, rather, closing out Week 11 in Atlanta. We're getting ready to go for Team Boxing League action. Let's go inside the ring with Ray Flores.
Welcome to the next chapter of High Impact.
Okay.
Spanish language coverage available on Estrella TV. Welcome to the Arab Shrine here in Atlanta, Georgia, for tonight's Week 11 matchup between the Houston Hitmen and the Phoenix Fury. We would like to thank the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission Executive Director Matt Woodruff for hosting tonight's event. Your referees in charge of the action all evening long are Nate Mann and Antonio Mohan. Also, big thank you to our fine sponsors, Climax Moonshine, Fire Number 32, Balance of Nature, Serenity Springs Recovery Center, and HotelPlanner.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Houston Hitmen.
Here comes Houston.
Well, we talked about it, Dave. 1-3-1. The Hitmen of Houston have not lost since April the 18th. A slow start, slowly trying to pick themselves back up, get back into postseason contention here. A big win tonight would do just that.
And there was magic in the way they beat Dallas to get that first win, coming from behind and winning the last two matches. So that showed some character. And
yeah, what up?
Fighting San Antonio tooth and nail all the way to that 12-12 tie. So the team has built
Maro,
some
what's going on?
Over these last two outings.
The Houston Hitmen is renowned trainer Brian Caldwell. Here is the starting lineup for Houston. Featherweight Julia Gallegos. Featherweight Kenneth Taylor. Lightweight Jaden Alpo. Welterweight Elijah Williams. Welterweight Josue Sosa Mendez. Middleweight Corey Cadd. Light heavyweight Devin Thorne. Heavyweight Carlos Frometa. Featherweight Jainesa Morendon. For the Golden Gloves champion welterweight Manuel the Venezuelan Monster Sangruni. Super lightweight Natalia Denise. Light heavyweight Darren Issam. Cruiserweight David Stevens.
Oh man, so I ain't want to smile, man.
And heavyweight Amaria Lewis. That is the starting lineup for the Houston Hitmen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Phoenix Fury.
Hey, Sonny, man, let them know what it is. Hey, my boy. When I hear the blend in.
Here come the 2-2 Phoenix Fury trying to build off a 23-13 win over Los Angeles back on May the 24th. And you mentioned it, Dave, earlier here in Week 11 after the performance we saw from LA. That win over Los Angeles by Phoenix looks better and better on paper.
Yeah, especially after LA came out and obtained a 20-0 lead en route to a record-setting 30 points against Dallas. So the fighters in the league take note, they make comparisons.
Phoenix Fury, Sonny Gutierrez and Joe Guzman. Here is the starting lineup for Phoenix. Featherweight Brenda Hernandez Cardenas. Featherweight Alejandro Meriano. Lightweight James Pierce. Welterweight Demarius Watson. Welterweight Judah Israel. Middleweight Jordan Barrera. Super middleweight Sebastian Duran.
Am I a DJ? Yes, I am.
Heavyweight Cesar Navarro. Featherweight Tierra Brent. Lightweight Joaquim Camberos. super lightweight, Rebecca Irwin. 2025 TBL Most Valuable Fighter.
Right, go.
Heavyweight, Raiko Incorojo Santana.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
Cruiserweight, Charles CP the Champ Pew. And heavyweight, Manuel Villalobos.
Oh, yeah, he got a knockout a couple weeks ago.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise if you're able to as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem being sung tonight by esteemed vocalist Shamia Crawford.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Shamia Crawford with the singing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin the launch rounds between the Phoenix Fury and the Houston Hitmen. We begin the launch rounds. Round number one will begin at featherweight. For Houston, Julie Gallegos. Phoenix, Brenda Hernandez Cardenas.
And we're about to begin the launch rounds, about to begin the team boxing league career for Julie Gallegos. 19-year-old featherweight out of Las Vegas, competing here.
Here we go.
For the Houston Hitmen, as we are underway in Atlanta, closing out week 11 in TBL, Phoenix and Houston. Glad to have you alongside with us for this action. With Dave Bontempo and Amelia Moore, I'm Justin Shackle. You have Gallegos in the white fight kit. And
all right, so if you're new to this, there's 24 3-minute rounds. And each fighter usually gets a max of 2 rounds.
Always
but
interesting to
most
see
of them always
how
get 1.
Fighter in the debut comes out, and it's a little bit measured here for Gallegos, and you expect it to become aggressive.
So whoever wins that out of that 1 round will get a point. If you get a knockdown, you're going to get the win plus a point for your knockdown. If you knock somebody out or they just a stoppage, you get 4 points.
Gallegos, Mexican-American heritage. We were told that she fights the Mexican style of boxing. We're seeing it. She's up close in Cardenas' grill, and she's not holding anything back with her punches.
Yeah, and the terrific body punching also associated with many Mexican fighters. They just have had a staple of that through the years. So what it does is it puts both fighters in front of each other, and it could be bombs away.
Cardenas giving Gallegos something to eat here, shoving her right hand right in her face. That was probably the best punch of the round.
Yeah, with her opponent right in front of her, that works out well for Cardenas, who is Probably happy she's not seeing the same southpaw style she saw last time with Lizette Lopez. She's got a righty, and it looks like it's brought out better work for her.
Cardenas is 2-4 on the season so far, and she is one of a number of Phoenix Fury fighters that just got out to a slow start in 2026. They have not been able to replicate the success they had as a playoff team in 2025. And here comes Gallegos putting together a quality combo with about 35 seconds to go in the round.
And she gave herself a little bit of room and then was able to tee off. So that was one of the first different things she did in the round to give herself an opportunity.
Right hand from Cardenas, comes back with a left. And how about this, Dave? This will be the first and only round for Cardenas tonight, but Gallegos at the moment scheduled to fight in the 24th round against Tierra Brandt. So there is a whole lot of confidence being put into this 19-year-old.
I love when coaches do this
Oh!
early enough in the campaign that they try to build some confidence and some mettle with their fighters. Basically, you're saying we may need you at some point in the playoffs in a round 24. Get a taste of it now. I had some good moments in here for both, and here was Cardenas with the swarming attack. Again, I mentioned she's not in against the lefty, so that helped her here. And then Gallegos, this was her best moments as she gave herself a little bit of distance, and then the uppercut pumped in there, and she did some very good work. That, of course, is a slip. So Gallegos has something to build on, and let's see how the judges rule.
TBL fans, the winner of round one by way of split decision from Houston, Julia Gallegos.
1-0 going to Houston.
Round two at featherweight, Houston, Kenneth Taylor. Phoenix, Alejandro Mediano.
So Gallegos wins her TBL debut. Here's a second straight fighter making his TBL debut tonight. That's Kenneth Taylor on your screen. There you see Alejandro Mediano. Entered the league late last season. In for 2 rounds tonight, 2-4 so far in his TBL career. But Kenneth Taylor, 35 years young, out of Tyler, Texas. He's gone 15-6-2 in traditional boxing, 6 knockouts. He's also been stopped twice as well, Dave.
Yeah, he'll give you the risk, and he'll come up big, or he might get caught. But that's nice if you're watching it. And he'll be competing against the southpaw style here, which he's familiar with. Opens up the lead right hand, and you try to get your double left hook in there. Watch your lead foot. Try to keep it outside, and try to do that at fast speed. Mediano, his losses to Sean Brewer last time, got hit with a good number of body shots, turning the tide against him.
The 2 wiry featherweights here in the second round.
Yeah, Taylor is comfortable as far as his poise is concerned, and what he's going to pick up on is the pacing, as he would like to be more active and will need to be.
Not a whole lot has landed between the 2 fighters. Taylor's been in the ring with some fringe title contenders like Miguel Flores, Edward Vasquez.
And when you're new to this, what's different than a longer fight, say if you're Taylor, is every time, you break, you have to say, I need to do something now. If it's a longer fight, you're in that mentality, well, I can work on something and maybe develop it. No, you now have to develop it right away. And that is the urgency you have to find.
30 seconds remaining in the second round. Mignano missing with that step-through jab.
Will not really be an easy one at this point for the judges
10 seconds.
because there's also been a low connect rate with the fighters.
Right hand sneaks through for Mignano. But you said it, Dave, not a whole lot landing in that round.
It's just a matter of who the judges thought was more effective. But yeah, good learning experience for Kenneth Taylor. We suspect that when we see him again, he'll react to the pacing.
Fans, the winner of round 2 by way of unanimous decision. From the Phoenix Fury, Alejandro Mignano. Round 3 at lightweight, Houston, Jaden Alpo. Phoenix, James Pierce.
Jaden Alpo and James Pierce getting ready to tangle 135-pounders in their first round of action tonight. They'll both be in 2 rounds against different opponents. So we'll see Alpo in round 20, Pierce in round 18. Also for Phoenix, we're going to see Rebecca Irvin make her TBL debut. Irwin will be fighting in round 12. She's standing by with Amelia Moore.
New face to the Phoenix Fury, Rebecca Irwin. So not a new face, though, to the combat world. You're actually a 3-time youth world champion for Muay Thai. What kind of made you decide to step into the boxing ring?
I just want to get a different experience, you know, start trying to get better with my hands because I'm doing MMA now also. So I think it'd be really good for me.
It's absolutely amazing. So I always tell people when they try to compare combat sports, it's kind of like NASCAR and Formula One, both go vroom, not the same sport. What do you feel are your adjustments that you're trying to make stepping into today as boxing goes?
Definitely not kicking as much, more volume for sure, a little bit of head movement, you know, being a little looser with my strikes.
I love that answer. Well, we are very excited to see you do your thing here coming up pretty soon, and stay focused.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Justin, Dave?
Yeah, Rebecca Irwin in action against Natalia Denise in round 12. So she has fought internationally across multiple disciplines, and here she comes into Team Boxing League.
Thank you for the follow.
Like, many fighters seeing a great
Appreciate
new
y'all.
platform. And she's already got the rules down. She understands the kicking.
Yeah.
So. And Alpo has at times stood up and been a leader for Houston. We've seen him get knockdowns in other fights. We've seen him get a split with Malik Lark, who is one of the better fighters in this league and who's having a great year. So Alpo on a given night can get to a high level.
Right hand comes through from Jaden Alpo. Just 19 years of age, 4 and 5 to start his TBL career. He's had some wins over notable names, especially among the Texas squads. Malik Lark, Jack Sambiaku, Francis Saya.
And he's got a comfortable matchup against James Pierce, who basically has done his better work as a counterpuncher, and we've seen him try to do that here. So and this will go down to the wire. Let's see if anybody lands the big convincing shot.
Pierce, 34 years of age, so you have a 34-year-old in there with a 19-year-old.
Ooh.
He started his pro journey pretty late in life, so he's being matched up against a lot of younger fighters in traditional boxing who may have not developed that man strength that someone like Pierce possesses. But Alpo standing tall right with him in that round.
Some of the highlights from that round is Pierce is stalking and the jabs from Alpo get in. Pierce doing some good work, and then Alpo with the body shots. Question for the judges is, do they feel that Pierce was more aggressive enough than in his previous fights? Or did Alpo set the stage outside?
The winner of round 3 by way of split decision from the Phoenix Fury, James Pierce.
Wow.
The score, Phoenix 2, Houston 1.
All right. Phoenix with the early lead.
Round 4 at welterweight, Houston, Elijah Williams. Phoenix, Demarius Watson.
Two fighters in their early 20s getting in the ring for round number 4 as Phoenix has taken a 2-1 lead. Going for its second straight win. And Demarius Watson, 20-year-old fighter out of the Phoenix area. 2-0 so far after debuting on May 24th. Won both of his rounds against Los Angeles. Williams is making his 2026 debut. He's in the white trunks after entering the league last season. Went 1-2.
Lost to Cedeno. Henrik Cedeno in his last. As you take a look at some of the key numbers and stats for Demarius Watson, who looked pretty poised in those victories over Osvaldo Lopez in his debut.
Watson comes through with a left hook.
And already in 4 fights, we've seen 3 fighters who either tonight or just recently have held their own.
We got,
pretty good
I'm going to go with
in
Phoenix.
their TBL debuts.
I'm going with Phoenix, man. Houston has solid fighters, but they haven't been consistent all season.
Both young fighters investing in the jab. Trying to build off that.
Watson just missing with his right hand, then tries.
So he's trying to go for the haymaker.
Just missed with that one, but very close. He's trying to do the job here of keeping Williams pocketed.
Oh,
so
I'm probably going to go with probably Watson.
Williams in a corner.
Watson's more active right now. Watson's the one to your left from Phoenix.
Left hand that sneaks past the guard of Williams. So the connect rate over these first 4 rounds, Dave, not exactly too high between the two teams.
No, and we're seeing one reason why is where are these punches being launched from? Just a little bit outside the punching zone. So the second one gets in here.
There you go.
You need to be a little bit closer.
44 seconds
jab
left.
your way in a little bit. Yeah, and what they're seeing sudden opportunity and they're leaping for it. So, you know, you can understand that.
Come on
you
now.
have to get in closer if you want the accuracy to go up.
Both fighters protecting the body well. Keeping the elbows close to the torso. Not exposing the liver area as they go downstairs. Try to pump in some punches on each other. The jab from Watson, though, has stood out if you're going to try and find any piece of separation at the moment.
And also, even the left hands that have missed have forced Williams to reload. So they've been at least mildly purposeful.
They'll do it again in round 22. And here we go to the judges' scorecards in the 4th round.
All right, so there was the Williams left hand sneaking in. He gets caught in return, then resets. Watson has Williams here where he wants to, and this time he takes some advantage with Williams trying to counter to the body.
TBO fans, the winner of round 4 by way of unanimous decision from the Phoenix Fury, Demarius
Phoenix up 3-1.
Phoenix 3,
What's up, Oracle
Houston
Paul Heyman?
1.
So Demarius
Yeah, they did.
Johnson
They both
picks
did
up
get.
the
They both got
round,
good shots
his
in.
win, now 3-0 in TBL play, and Phoenix is ahead 3-1 after 4 rounds. We're back with more here in the launch round phase.
All right. We're back.
After 4 rounds, Phoenix on top 3-1 as we move on to round number 5. Let's go back ringside with Ray Flores.
Round 5 at welterweight for the Houston Hitmen, Josue Sosa Mendez, Phoenix Fury Judah Israel.
Oh. Whew.
So back-to-back matchups at welterweight, 147 pounds. Josue Mendez for Houston.
Here we go. Round 5.
Yeah, he had a good outing against Javier.
This is a
Fernandez
welterweight
in his
bout.
Last outing, they both rocked each other with high-quality shots, and he was able to win and put his team up 12-10 at that spot. And Israel,
4-year, 141 million.
had to
Drake
face,
London, he
newcomer
produces for
Robert
them. Though.
Gordon in his last
So I'm not
outing,
surprised.
and although he had some moments, Gordon had some surprising hand speed to meet him. So if you're Houston, you're looking at this as one where we would like to come out with this one.
Oh, Israel.
Looking for his first win.
Judah.
Mendez, meanwhile, 3-1. 2 straight rounds won for this 22-year-old. He's known for keeping good positioning in the ring. And a lot of the action so far has taken place in the center of the ring so far. Interesting how there's been a lot of symmetry through the first 4 rounds and change.
Yeah, the flow of opening up and taking gambles has not really been there. It's I throw one, you throw one, and let me make sure my positioning is right. But this is one fight where I think both fighters could be likely to open up. It's in their styles. And Mendez, off of his last one, that got rewarded for being more physical and more aggressive. And you would think that you come back, you try to build off of
minute and a
Not
half left.
only here, but also in traditional boxing. He just scored a first-round KO in his last fight. Was back on May 16th in his hometown of Miami, so only a few weeks removed from that.
All right, so now you have a double reward. It's you take the same thing and you bring it here.
Got in 1 round of action there.
That's exactly what I was saying. You got to resign Bijan, and you got to give Bijan the bag.
And he has been aggressive here, coming out with good sense of pacing, getting shots off. You see how Mendez is stalking, looking, stepping, and then firing. And it's subtle, Justin. As long as you're at least moving toward your opponent, something might open up.
Okay. Good flurry of punches by Israel, but then good counter. I mean, I feel like you could get another replacement for Kyle Pitts.
Trying to keep him close. Mendez wanting no part of it, unleashes a left hook upon coming out of the clinch.
10 seconds.
And Mendez continuing to create pressure for the 20-year-old southpaw.
And trying not to take unnecessary risks.
Yeah, this is going to be a split decision.
For him.
But I think Israel might pull it
That was
off.
the first of 2 rounds between these two tonight. They'll be back at it in the middle rounds, round 13.
So here was Mendez.
You think Mendez won?
Left hook, the right hand.
He did get some cleaner punches in.
But he got hit with a couple in return. He had a good sense of positioning in the ring.
Yeah, I think Mendez won too. Looking at the replay, yeah, you might be right.
So he was getting off first. Will he be the one getting his hand raised?
It's a split decision though. Oh, really?
From the Phoenix Fury.
Oh, there you go. The Israel victory.
Round 6.
I thought it would have been a split decision.
Houston, Corey Cad. Phoenix, Jordan Barrera.
So Israel picks up his first TBO win, and Phoenix is ahead 4-1, and now Jordan Barrera is going to try and keep it going here in our round to watch. Barrera and Cad, a pair of middleweights in round 6.
And that's a nice development.
Going for Phoenix once again.
Because Israel had an 0-6 mark, so that's a +1 for them here in their handicapping, and now one of their big boppers is in there.
I'll go with Jordan.
Jordan Barrera,
The one who's not tatted up.
14-7 with 3 KOs in Team Boxing League, 4-0 to start 2026. He's been one of the leaders at 160 pounds. Corey Cad searching for a spark here. He knows what it takes to win in the league. He just has not been able to put it through, put it together. He's lost 3 straight.
We saw that in his last battle with Tracy Magruder. He was even for 2 minutes, right back and forth, and just could not put that final minute together to get over the top. So we see flashes of him.
Atlanta Falcons are projected to have approximately $125 million salary cap for the 27 offseason.
Wire performance to get that. Now the other end, you've got Barrera with his 6th fight.
And where did Kirk Cousins go? To my Raiders.
Win streak, and we've seen the big right hooks from him. We've seen the left hands down the chute.
Got a long reach for a 160-pound fighter.
Even with that left hand being telegraphed,
yo, thanks for the follow.
Coming all the way from the studio, he still got it in because he was just sharp enough to shield it with a long punch, that left hand.
Well, it might have rocked Cad into the ropes. They'll keep it
yeah, no, I agree.
6-3 frame for Jordan Barrera. He can vary up that left hand. You see him addressing the body with it, but then coming back over the top with the left hand.
And Barrera has gotten away with something as the referee separates them, that that long left hand is not following a jab, and sometimes he's still getting that in. If he could get that jab in first, he can get a little separation and a better opening for that big punch that he wants to.
It's my first time ever on Kick, and I'm a boxing fan. Hey man, glad to have you, man.
Jab that comes through from
Barrera. Welcome to Kick. Glad that you found me. And you know, I do a whole bunch of things on Kick, man. Music, gaming, sports, IRL. So glad to have you, bro. Hope your experience is good on here. I am also live on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Bro.
Final 20. Referee's been
he in trouble.
Having to get involved multiple times in this round.
Yeah, and there's one reason with the tying up.
His clinches is terrible, bro. Look at these. Bro, what is that?
All right, to Barrera, I talked about the left hand. Here it comes. That one missed, but you know it's coming. A little far out. Again, now that one did graze the body. See how far out he's throwing these from. Had he been just a little bit closer, these land and connect for him. Nonetheless, he was aggressive with those.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 6 by way of unanimous decision, From the Phoenix Fury, Jordan Barrera. The score, Phoenix 5, Houston 1. Round 7 at super middleweight. For Houston, Devin Thorne. Phoenix, Sebastian Salomon Duran.
So 5 straight rounds won by Phoenix. Jordan Barrera picks up his 5th straight round win. And here is Devin Thorne and Sebastian Duran, pair of super middleweights. Thorne won 2 rounds over Rafael Ngakwe in Houston's last event. Duran, meanwhile, 2-5 at the start of his TBL career.
And these guys both displayed power in their last fights.
All right, super middleweight
points for their teams.
I might go with Devin. I might go with Houston. Devin Thorne on this one.
When you see these two teams and you go up and down the bout sheet, you notice a lot of fresh, young talent.
I've seen Sebastian fight before.
Not a whole lot of TBL experience.
He's not bad.
What's the separator when you have novice against novice in this format?
Well, I feel like, you know, as we were able to be introduced to Rebecca Irwin, and then, and even so, Houston's Julie, is it Galagos? It's, some of these athletes have prior combat experience, and I think that that's really important to look at. Sometimes it transfers, sometimes it doesn't, and it always makes me nervous. And I'm just like, what are we gonna get here today?
What bro, I think Unk retired after that first week, bro.
Has a way of finding some really good athletes. You know, we look at Rahman Mohammed.
I think Unk retired after that first week, bro.
Muay Thai,
when Unk left the ring and sat right there in the front row, saying, I ain't going back to the locker room. I'm good.
In the meantime, here that slugfest we talked
they going
about
at it.
Get good.
Is coming true. Both of these guys with knockdowns last time, and we're seeing the aggression that
I like this.
Those moments for them. Great work on the inside.
Both looking for that precise uppercut.
Ooh, okay, Sebastian.
Found it, follows it back up with a right hand. Sebastian Duran doing work in the corner on Devin Thorne.
They're both swinging.
They both swinging.
And connecting. Great offensive work here. And it has been Duran getting the better of that last exchange on the inside.
Open up the uppercut.
Got about a minute left.
Too greedy with that type of punch, though.
Bro, he caught it with a double uppercut, bro.
Too far out where you can get countered, so he did throw it from inside. In the meantime, this is another one of those great jab optional fights.
Oh, the right hand comes
Duran is tagging him, bro.
Has had the more crisp punches in the center.
Yeah, Duran probably gonna get this one. Unanimous.
28-year-old Mexican native. Already picking up a stoppage in his first TBL season. He's been battle-tested early on in his TBL career. Faced veterans like Juan Barajas, like Ronald Ellis. Gone up against Diane DePestre.
Oh, this could be in the honor roll nominee department for a round of the night honor later, because they brought it all the way. Let's take a look at how
I think Phoenix got this one.
Engaged in their phone booth warfare.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta find me a blanket.
Optional fight. The option was not taken. They did great work on the inside, then a nice right-hand combination started there by Duran. You load up, I load up.
Team Boxing League fans, the winner of round 7 by way of unanimous decision. From the Phoenix Fury, Sebastian Salomon Duran. The score, Phoenix 6, Houston 1. Round 8, our final launch round in the heavyweight division. Houston, Carlos Frometa. Phoenix, Cesar Navarro.
Heavyweights will close out the launch rounds, but 6 straight rounds have been won by Phoenix. As Duran picks up the win The Fury up 6-1. Here is Cesar Navarro in the maroon trunks for Phoenix against Carlos Frometa.
All right, okay. Our first heavyweight one.
4-2 to start his
It's our first heavyweight bout. You know, the heavyweights be out here knocking them out.
He's making his season debut here. He appeared in 3 fights last season. 26-year-old heavyweight out of Phoenix stands at 6'3". Both fighters, in fact, stand at 6'3".
Yeah, 2 losses to Kai Brooks. Has a lot of company in that department. Win over Adam Stewart.
Big whack with the right hook from Frometa.
Let's see if we can.
He has a split performance win over Nagy Aguilera. So on a given night, these fighters can both come up big. They can both show.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
The power, too.
There we go. Oh.
Frometa's got the clean shots in, at least at this point, about a minute into the final round of this launch round phase.
Operating nicely with the jabbing and the moving.
Be the first of 2 rounds between these 2 fighters tonight. Heavyweights going back to work in round 21 a little bit later on.
Navarro, meanwhile, investing in the body.
Going downstairs again with that left hand. Right hand caught the arm of Navarro.
Navarro willing to stand here and gamble with the big man right near. He's got to get underneath. He wants to get close, get inside the path of those big punches.
I did not know that.
And then try to do his best.
Did DC repeat? Did they go back to back?
Frometa looking light on his feet on the outside.
We got a minute left.
Jab gets through from Frometa.
He's like, what? You know what that was?
Off whatever Navarro is throwing here.
Oh!
All right. They both say, hey, we're open for business.
All right, let's get to it.
Ooh, good dodging from Frometa.
Okay.
And you can appreciate this, Dave. 2 heavyweights going toe-to-toe, standing pretty much forehead to forehead, right in the center of the ring. They're not going anywhere for one another.
No. No quarter, right in front of each other. We've seen a little bit of jabbing on the outside.
Don't begin too cocky now.
Frometa.
Let's know you on the floor.
Done that, but
10 seconds.
See another example of it here, and then it sets us up good work for him on the inside.
Navarro, both trading
there you go.
blows.
There you see?
Here are the final
You see?
seconds. The most entertaining round
Okay.
thus far. Closing out the launch rounds.
You over here getting cocky, and he almost got on your
coming
back.
up in round 21 between these 2.
And as furious as it got, they took the moment to acknowledge one another afterward, like, we did something special here. On the inside, good work with the body here, as that was Navarro on the left of your screen, doing some very good work. Excellent there on the inside. Then Navarro goes, what is that? Don't even tell me that's a body shot.
Right.
So he's on his jab, and then he does some good work at the end of the round as he tries to leave an impression on the judges, and they both understood. Don't let the other fighter get the last word.
Right.
Winner of round 8 by way of a split decision from the Phoenix Fury, Cesar Navarro.
All right,
Okay.
so Navarro
At the end of the launch round,
rewarded
Phoenix leads Houston 7-1.
for the good work on the inside. So Phoenix has 7 in a row going, a great lead after the launch rounds. Houston won the first. It's been all Phoenix. What's coming up
All right.
on TBL?
So after the first 8 rounds,
will give us a look.
7-1. We got the middle rounds coming up, which is the next 8 rounds.
Plenty more action to come between the Hitmen and the Fury tonight. And then next weekend, Team Boxing League rolls into week 12. Friday, June 12th, the Nashville Smash take on Ariel Davis in the Atlanta Attack. Saturday, it's a rematch of epic proportions. Third meeting of the season between the Boston Butchers and the Philadelphia Smoke. And then to cap off the weekend, the New York City Attitude travels south to take on Yosti Annapolis and the Miami Assassins.
At all.
The action can be seen
Bro,
right here
you
next
should have saw
weekend.
yesterday.
TBL.
Yesterday was a massacre, bro. Dudes, it was Dallas versus LA. And LA was whooping them 20-0, bro, before they got their first point. They should have had a mercy rule in that game last night. And that, bro, it was bad. Yeah, they are getting whipped. But that's the thing. It's 7-1, right? If Houston hits them with 2 knockdowns, like 2 stoppages, they're back in the lead 8-7. So it can happen. Huh. Pretty much. Bro. Yeah, I think it ended 30-8.
Well, the Phoenix Fury making the most of those launch rounds. 6 consecutive rounds. 7 rounds won in a row by the Phoenix Fury. Don't want to discount them here. Justin and Dave with you back in our TBL studios. So a 7-1 lead for Phoenix. Houston wins the first round, but
absolute annihilation of a team in the one side,
really
pretty much.
Runs in week
pretty
11.
much.
Phoenix is the latest.
Yes, after we saw a 10-point sweep in the launch rounds one night, we see an 11-point run the next night. Phoenix now getting on a 7-point run. And combining this with the way they finished against Los Angeles, this has been a very good run over 2 fights for them.
So after the first round of action, it's been all Phoenix as of late. Let's take a look at a couple of rounds that stood out the most in those launch rounds. Round number 5, Jose Mendez and Judah Israel, who was looking for his first TBL win. Well, Israel was able to get it here in a pretty close round.
It was, and welcome to Club W for Israel, because he does come in and he stays consistent, fights hard every time, and this time he gets the call.
And then in round number 7, Sebastian Duran, 168-pounder, able to find a landing
What's up,
spot
Mar?
for some quality blows.
What's up, DD? Appreciate you checking in the Lord, bro. Hope you've been good, bro.
Doing some good body work, and even though
Algeria, what's going on, Algeria?
These guys got right in front of each other, and Duran on the inside gets the call for Phoenix.
So Phoenix right now in the driver's seat, could turn very quickly, but as we take a look at the middle rounds to watch, I'm eyeing round number 15 because you have Charles Pugh, who was a mainstay last year for Phoenix. He has lost 4 straight. The Fury, as they try and make a playoff push, they're trying to get some of their bigger names going here.
Yeah, and he has faced increased competition all the way throughout. So with Charles Pugh, you know what you're going to get. You're straight ahead with him. It's a plodding, straight-ahead style. As the competition has gotten better, hey, he gets in some slumps, but he also got in some big hot streaks last year.
And he's going to be going up against David Stevens, who's off to a nice 3-1 start in his team boxing league career. So Phoenix is ahead, 7-1 at the moment. We'll go inside to the to the middle rounds, rather. Ray Flores has the introductions as we get going at 126 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to begin the middle rounds between the Houston Hitmen and Phoenix Fury. Round 9 at the featherweight, Houston, Janasia Morandin. Phoenix, Tiara Brent.
All right, Tiara's going to win.
Well, we talked about Charles Pugh, who's lost 4 straight and is a 2-4 fighter at the moment after having a terrific 2025 season. You know, Phoenix kind of waiting on Tiara Brant to take off. Maybe not at the same level of success as a Charles Pugh, but Brant, especially down the stretch, she was a big player for Phoenix in 2025.
Yeah, we've seen her at 1-7, then 8-7, and then 8-11. So the streaks have been there.
They are.
Losses to
But they're not going to get it here.
Erica Sanchez.
Tiara Brant is serious.
Some high marks last year. Her first fight in, gained a star. So yeah, that potential is there for her.
And tonight she's in for 2 rounds, including the 24th. She's fighting Gallegos in that 24th round, who made her TBL debut tonight, and the only fighter who has a win for Houston at the moment. And here, Janasia Morandin, who's 1-7 in 2026.
And she had a rough time, as many fighters do, against Azariah Cottrell in her last, trying to get inside against a tall, rangy, powerful right-hand fighter. So she's coming straight ahead, trying to get inside and do some of her best work and overcome a little bit of a height and reach. So for Brant, if this fighter keeps coming straight ahead, there is a shot for an uppercut. There's a shot for the right hands, and so much if she puts her jab out first.
Brant is kind of in a launch pad position right now for any type of counter shot, because Morandin, like you mentioned, is just leaving herself wide open.
Well, she's coming in and gets nailed again, because there are different ways to go for broke. And she knows she has to get inside to overcome height and reach. Ideally, you'd like to do it the bob and weave way, gloves.
They do, but they don't.
Top,
but Phoenix
cover yourself,
has cleaner punches.
It takes a lot
and
of
takes
work
more
to get
control
inside. Not easy to do
of all
and then
aspects
if you
of the ring.
Don't do it, well, then you're in trouble.
Oh, nice right uppercut that Morandin certainly did not see. It was disguised well.
You know, Brant has the option to even think about a little bit more than 1 point in this, because it's going so well for her.
There she's able to combo it up. Usually it's been a single punch counter that has been effective and has landed accurately for Tiara Brant. See if she can double.
Oh, you just okay. I'm talking about the teams overall.
You get the close-up look at how hard it is for Morandin.
Like, she's moving around, but she's not trying to. She hasn't connected, right? And like Brant's hitting her with counters like crazy. Nah.
The combo's now flowing from Tiara Brant.
Yeah, Phoenix, easy.
Starts to wind down.
Easy, Phoenix, easy.
A solid performance for Phoenix's 126-pounder. And Tiara Brant could be on her way to snapping a 4-round skid.
Take a look at how height makes right. Good right hand gets in. Look at how composed she is on the outside. There's that uppercut we were calling for. It was sneaky. She didn't even need Morandin to walk into it. She scored it from a distance, and then the right hand gets in. So Brant unleashing the arsenal.
Winner of round 9 by way of unanimous decision. From the Phoenix Fury, Tiara Brent. Round 10 at featherweight, Houston, Kenneth Taylor. Phoenix, Alejandro Mediano.
8 straight rounds won by the Phoenix Fury. And it all began with this matchup in the second round. Alejandro Mediano picked off Kenneth Taylor, who was making his TBL debut. They're in for their second round of action right here in round 10. As Phoenix has built up an 8-1 lead over Houston.
And this is team versatility, because when they faced Los Angeles, it was all power that boosted them to that victory. And here it is single round by round, up and down, showing impressive team depth.
Counterpunching has been the early theme for Phoenix. Sebastian Durant notwithstanding. Everybody else has had a solid defensive game plan, and they've turned it into offense.
And that can become a team theme as you're in the corral, everybody talking it up, coaches saying, look how effective we are when we counter. Look at the opening we're seeing. One fighter can go up to another fighter.
Appreciate the update, Aaron. Keep me posted.
In action 2 or 3 fights from now and say, look, take a look. Here is something you can focus on.
Taylor's tagging him.
Mediano pinned in the corner.
Didn't
land too many punches that were effective. It's good shelling from Alejandro Mediano.
Nonetheless, it showed something that could be an opportunity for Taylor if he can be a little more accurate on the inside. He's got to get close enough to do his work. And with this style here, again, that lead right hand is out there for him. Has not been able to go to it too much, but it is there. And there he tries it. Now you look at Taylor and think, well, is he getting the most bang for his buck because he's moving a lot? He's moving back just a little bit further than he may like before he launches into his next attack. Here he's up close and he can do some better work. But when we've seen him circling, he's been back further.
And just like the second round, Dave, the connect rate just not all that high for these two fighters.
Shows everything about the need for positioning and setting up where you want to be so that that punch gets in. You see the opening for it, then you wonder, how did it not score? Well, you might have been a foot or two to the right or to the left of where you usually are, or back. So they went at it last round, and there was some good opportunity here for Taylor. Some of his best work. Some got blocked, some got in. But that really represents
I would probably say
his
Houston.
best chance in this particular matchup. Mediano outside.
TBL fans, the winner of round 10 by way of split decision from the Phoenix Fury.
Oh, wow.
Alejandro Mediano.
This man won twice. 9-1, man. Houston, fight back, bro. All the Texans have been getting wrecked this weekend.
Houston, Manuel Sangruni. Phoenix, Joaquim Camberos.
9 straight rounds won by Phoenix, up 9-1 as Mediano sweeps his 2 rounds over Kenneth Taylor.
So now we've got a story within the story, as we saw LA sweep the launch rounds against Dallas. We saw New York sweep the middle rounds against San Antonio. Could this be the 3rd team of the weekend to put 10 straight matches together? And it will be a good test because Sangroni has been one of Houston's best fighters. If it is going to happen, it will be against one of their blue chip performers.
9 straight rounds won. One of them was Demarius Watson, who picked up a win in round 4. He's standing by with Amelia.
Devo, you looked very strong in your debut 2 weeks ago against LA. What do you think some of those takeaways were that had you perform here tonight?
I feel like that performance was just a little, it showed a little immaturity. Like, I was just nervous. It's a 1-round platform. You go in there, you got to give it your all that first round. I looked a lot greater the second round, and I looked a lot greater this 3rd round tonight against Houston.
I couldn't agree more. I did think you looked very strong, though, in LA. Something that I took away from this last round that you had, you listened to your corner incredibly. I mean, it was like push button. They said feint, you feinted. They said
nope,
take
they
your
can't.
feet with you immediately. It was like you made the adjustments. Where does that come from? Like, do you have a relationship with these guys outside of just the team?
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't even hearing them. When I'm in there, I'm completely locked in. It just so happened that we clicked and I did exactly what they was thinking. I feel like a great fighter can execute without having a coach to give him instruction. But shout out to them. They're great coaches and they gave me great instructions.
I mean, it's subliminal. That's incredible. I think I'm actually blown away by that. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in your next round.
Of course. Let's go. I'm going to catch another dub, round 22. Let's go.
Justin?
That's right. It will be the 22nd round for Demarius Watson going up against Elijah Williams yet again. And his teammate, Joaquin Camberos, looking pretty strong here against Manuel Sangroni. About a minute left to go.
Yeah, some good straight right hands from distance that he's been able to do. And he's able to keep Sangroni a little bit at bay compared to other fights we've seen Sangroni, which he has swarmed. Hey, this is how you keep the swarming Sangroni away. Use the jab, use the reach, even goes to the body here. We've seen Sangroni move in a straight line often in recent fights, and Camberos has taken that element away.
In many ways, Camberos is like a praying mantis for this Phoenix Fury. He's using the reach that he has, and he really isn't extending the arms because he doesn't have to against the 5'5" Sangroni. And some of those uppercuts have caused a lot of punishment and a lot of blood to come out of the face of Sangroni.
You see, watching Sangroni, because he's got terrific heart, what it takes to get inside. Now he eats the uppercut because he has to sell out to get inside. There's no easy way for him here. And he shows a lot of heart to come in here. But stylistically, it was tailor-made for Camberos. We'll see if the judges agree. See, here's where Sangroni can do his best work, swarming you on the inside and trying to make the inside his offense. But if you could stay outside, you make him work so much harder to get in.
TBL fans, the winner of round 11 by way of unanimous decision. From the Phoenix Fury, Joaquin
Phoenix still dominating, man. My goodness.
Round 12 at super lightweight. Houston, Natalia Denise. Phoenix, Rebecca Irwin.
So how high can they go? Phoenix has won 10 straight rounds.
Well, they joined the honor roll for the weekend. They joined LA and they joined New York. It has really been something to watch these teams put together all of these victories.
So Rebecca, this is her first time.
Okay, you're Phoenix, you're doing it against a Houston team that was at the top of their game coming in. So this is
okay, so this is her debut, right?
Denise
for Rebecca.
Had a couple
so
of,
she already has a
wins
southpaw
last
type
week.
of stance
A lot of
because she does Muay Thai.
Shots were coming at her, and she got a split decision. So this is what Irwin is coming in
good
trying
jab.
to do something against.
Irwin making her debut tonight in the league.
Come on, bro. You can't procrastinate on it, bro. Just knock it out, bro.
5'8" fighter. Two tall women here at 140 pounds.
If she can keep her at bay, use that jab. Also, the lead right hand is there for Irwin, and she just tried to use it. That style is setting up for her, and she's showing you smarts of knowing when to try to take her chance.
Left hand sneaks through from Irwin.
And we see some fighters come into this platform and it takes a major adjustment. But Irwin has been more composed than many in her first fight here in this format. We see her good balance and firing through with the jab, using her height and reach, and taking what the style gives her.
Connects with the left hook, and it bounces Denise back a little bit. I'm not just saying this because they're on the same team right here, Dave, but Rebecca Irwin, this style's sort of reminding me of when Tierra Brandt came onto the scene last year for Phoenix.
Yes, last summer she came out and made a big splash. So
she was a Muay Thai fighter, and she, in that first round, you could tell, you know, she had various combat sport disciplines in her toolbox, but then she quickly adapted to a full boxing style.
And that's not easy for many fighters. So what we're seeing here is impressive. What we saw from her last summer was impressive. We see many fighters come from other disciplines and they come swarming out because that is what succeeded in those ventures. Here you need that extra element, but Rebecca Irwin looks utterly poised in this one.
Straight right hand comes through, and now they're battling it out. Now they're laying it all out as they heard the 10-second mark. And it closes up shop, but there were a couple of quality left hands that landed from Irwin and a right hook near the end.
It's one of the best displays of just outright stylistic boxing we've seen by a newcomer in this league. And whether that's enough to give it to her, well, the judges will tell us, but she did well there, and then Denise fighting well off the ropes at the end.
TBL fans, the winner of round 12 by way of split decision. From Houston, Natalia.
Okay. There you go. Houston finally gets a win. 10-2. Streak broken.
So Natalia Denise joins Julie Gallegos in the win column for Houston. They stopped the streak, but they still trail big time. We'll be back after this.
Once again, 8-point lead by Phoenix on Houston.
I'm here with Brian Newman Jr. My gosh, you're a Georgia native, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing here tonight?
I mean, y'all in the city. I had to come up and pull in. You know what I'm saying? I had to show support to TBL.
I love that. It was one of your coaching staff, assistant coaches, part of the Houston team, or am I reading that wrong?
No, I got my guy Lamont and Nick over there working as well. So I made it just to show support on Houston.
I love it. You know, and that importance of kind of like definitely supporting the next generation. I feel like everyone always gains energy when they see big boxing stars come into the arena.
Yeah, no, that is a big thing, a big motivation. I remember seeing Terrence Crawford into the gym and other guys like that. Javante
I try to talk about the Hitman, they pick up a dub. Hey,
champions are right in front
reverse
of you, so
jinx, right?
It's an amazing sight to see, and they give you a very big picture to go for.
Love it. Congratulations on your most recent win. And many, many more, my friend. And I appreciate you jumping on the mic with us.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Justin?
Brian Norman Jr., former WBO welterweight champ in the house. Speaking of welterweights, time for round 13.
At welterweight, Houston, Josue Sosa Mendez. For Phoenix, Judah Israel.
Judah Israel picking up his first win of 2026 against Mendez. Back in round 5. Pretty entertaining bout between two youngsters at 140 pounds. Phoenix up 8, leading 10-2 as Houston came away with a victory in round 12.
So if you're Yisrael, you're trying to get a double. You're fortified by what you just did. Probably back to more of the same for him as he swarms here. And for Mendez, he's trying to be a little bit more effective, find room. Cutting off the ring was not enough in the first encounter. He had to mix more offense with that. So let's see if he's able to.
Israel, traditionally a southpaw, fighting in the orthodox stance to start this 13th round. Doesn't look like he has any rust from that side.
No, and also, you see in the eyes a lot of urgency for him. He wants to get right out and be busy. You could see that the win did a lot for him tonight. His demeanor is confident. He's trying to get off first. Now you win one. Now all of a sudden you expect to win the next one.
Came through with that left hand that landed on Mendez.
I think for Mendez now is are these shots really getting to me, or can I just come in and start doing that?
Now that right hand got to him. That is for sure.
If you see a fighter in the other style and you believe it's not his strongest suit, well, that's an invitation to come swarming, and we're seeing that now from Mendez.
There's another right hand, and Mendez coming through with some clean punches over the last minute or so.
Well, that one almost dropped him. Credit Israel to stay up.
There is another one, Dave. The right hand.
Yeah, Mendez is wrecking him.
Through completely unguarded.
And now it's target practice for him to see how quickly he gets right on top of Israel, because he senses opportunity here.
Well, the 20-year-old, he's wearing those right hands rather well. But Mendez has certainly picked up momentum in the second half of this round.
But you catch a groove, you make the adjustment, and halfway through this round, he scored with one of those shots. Big right hand, and he wasn't impressed with what was coming back at him. So then he stormed, and that's when he did his best work.
And now Israel answering back. Had a good clean combo moments ago.
I think Houston still gets this one.
So a round that started with Israel really asserting himself on offense. That's a pretty even round.
Yeah, it was Israel in the beginning, and then Mendez coming strong in the middle, and Israel at the end.
TBL fans, the winner of round 13 by way of unanimous decision from the Phoenix Fury, Judah Israel. Round 14 at light heavyweight, Houston, Darren Isom, Phoenix, Raiko Santana.
Your Darren Isom, Raiko Santana, one of the linchpins for this Phoenix Fury squad, who's now up by 10 as we begin round number 14.
Well, rack 'em up Raiko, 23-3, 7-1 this year. And we started to see him make his run of the split with Jesse Hart, playoff season last year. Johan Martinez, Diane DePestre. So he's taken on some big fighters. He beat Angel Lozano in the last. So he has lived up to the billing at the end of last year.
Raiko's going to win automatically.
In the first 30 seconds, keeping the hands busy. Lost its balance moments ago, but I like what he did. He put out the jab to kind of keep himself guarded as he regained the footing. So, again, we're picking apart 45 seconds, but there are moments where he looks like he's aggressive, other moments where he looks like he's out of control, but he's handling himself here against Santana. And this isn't a fighter who has 2 wins over Amubola Oceandaira. So that's how he began his TBL tenure.
Yeah, and as we've seen the ascent of Oceandaira, that speaks well for Issam.
6'3" light heavyweight.
And we just mentioned Oceandaira. He's in the honor roll list. Santana right in the middle there. Hart and Martinez. That's a good loaded group of fighters. And so when you see 2 from inside the group, you know it's a real good matchup here.
Santana, 5 years older than Darren Issam, a New Orleans native. He's fought mostly across the South.
He's holding him, but he's still getting jabbed up.
Here he's latched on with Houston.
Nope.
Fighters that go on big runs, one of the things that they learn is how instinctively to just increase the pressure in the final minute of the fight. There comes a point where they say, go. This is when we win it, and this is when that extra gear is needed. And you have to be doing this enough to all of a sudden you feel that. And Santana has been one of those fighters.
Let's see what he does over the final 30 seconds of this round.
They keep clashing, bro. Ooh.
That was a sneaky uppercut that Issam got in.
Right hand from Santana, but it's been more of the same, clenching along the ropes. Well, the referee with some parting words for Santana, telling him watch the holding,
and the rubbing with the glove was also part of that. This was some of the best work that Santana was able to put together as he would get inside and that right hand snapping back the head of Issam. Issam had his moments too with the uppercuts and inside fighting.
TBL fans, the winner of round 14 by way of unanimous decision from Phoenix, Radko Santana.
12-2. 2 more rounds left to go in the middle round.
For the Houston Hitman, David Stevens. Phoenix Fury, Charles Pugh.
Round 15, a round to watch here in the middle rounds as Phoenix continues to open it up. Now leading 13-2 as Santana picks up the win. The 24th of his career here in TBL. And here, David Stevens and Charles Pugh.
David Stevens, a very good record in traditional boxing, 15-2-1. His last 3 opponents are 41-2. So he goes up against very good fighters. And here, Charles Pugh, even though he's lost 4, went on a run of 19 in a row over the course of last year. So, yeah, he's trying to find the magic he had then.
Last year's most resilient fighter, 38 years of age. A 22-5 career mark in TBL, but again, 2-4 this season. He's lost 4 straight. All that said, Pugh represents the most experienced and successful TBL opponent for David Stevens to date. And he talked about his traditional boxing resume. He'd been in the ring with a lot of world title contenders, and he fought Darius Fulgham to a majority draw back in the fall. That was his most recent match. So he's been making some headlines in traditional boxing as well.
And that was a 10-round fight. So now he comes in here and they say, okay, sprint against Charles Pugh. And it's a nice, interesting test for him.
Stevens, 26 years of age, out of Reading, PA. He's at 73-inch reach, but Pugh answers back with a chin turner of his own.
He got the Phoenix season kick-started last year in that second week against San Antonio. He won round 24 in a match that was up in the air until then. And both he and Phoenix rode all the way into the postseason from that moment.
You look at this Phoenix team year to year, 2025, you can make an argument that they had one of the best trios going with Pugh, Santana, and at welterweight with Rahman Muhammad. Fast forward this year, no Muhammad, and Pugh and Santana, they have shown cracks. They have not been as consistent.
Right, and year to year, new talent comes in. Hard to reach the level and maybe the magic that you had the year before. And that's all part of the beauty of how the league evolves and how you have to improve to keep your spot in it. Especially as we're seen by more people, more networks, etc. That means other fighters, other managers, other trainers saying, hey, let's join this.
Charles Pugh feeling pretty confident. Nothing but good wishes for David Stevens, and we'll see them do it again coming up in round 19.
So this was vintage Charles Pugh, comes straight ahead. Stevens would try to tie him up. That's how he tried to halt Pugh, and then he would land the left hand. That was a good right by Charles Pugh at the end of that exchange.
TBO fans, the winner of round 15 by way of split decision.
Phoenix.
From the Phoenix Fury, Charles Pugh. Our final middle round will
16.
be in the heavyweight division.
There we go, big boys.
Lewis, Phoenix Manuel Villalobos.
Amiri Lewis, Manuel Villalobos, two heavyweights. Villalobos on your screen, 24-year-old out of El Paso.
Yeah, don't blink when Villalobos fights lately. He scored an uppercut knockout in his last fight. He also scored a big one against Phoenix, against Boston, that helped Phoenix come from way back. And Lewis, a while back, he came up with the victory in that final round that helped Houston defeat Dallas. So there you go in the honor roll as he's in there with a pair of knockouts.
What's the score?
Villalobos get into there.
He's going to work early, using that jab to come forward against Lewis.
Oh, I got a heater right now underneath, like right where my legs are.
Because he's throwing
and bro,
the
it
jab
feels so
with
good.
not a whole lot of conviction, just pretty
My
much trying
office
to
is
close
like
the
mad
distance,
cold,
and there's obviously nothing
but
behind it.
I leave the AC.
No,
I got to leave the
sometimes
AC
there's that
on
snapping jab. Now remember, he
for my
scored
daughter
a vicious
to make sure that
knockout
her
with
room
an
is good.
uppercut in
25-20.
his legs.
Oh, okay.
So you may be showing the jab just to walk in and get a spot.
What is DC's
Maybe
record?
Thinking of a big punch that can get home.
Lewis with the jab to the body.
And if you're Lewis and you're going to fight this way, you need the lateral movement. It has to be purposeful, and you can't be here.
Villalobos getting a pair of right hands in there against Lewis. There's a soft touch as they try and get out of that clinch along the ropes.
DC is 5-5.
Again, nothing coming behind
Man,
the double jab.
I thought they had a better
It's
record.
just to get him in position to do this. Now, there's nothing coming back at him from Lewis to stop him from just walking in. And now he's doing his best work in here.
That was probably the most connected combo from Villalobos after the jab.
Yeah, he's been thinking 4 points and knockout right from the start, because that's what he got last time, and he's trying to get there again.
Oh, he's rocking Lewis here, rights and lefts. A
trouble.
left hand
He's
landed
in
flush
trouble.
on the chin of Amiri Lewis. And
He's in trouble.
Villalobos now teeing off.
Drop
getting
him.
That right hand behind
Drop
the guard
him.
of Lewis, trying to fight back with 40 seconds to go in the round.
He was one punch away. Had there just been a little bit more on one of them, he was that close to a second straight knockout.
Oh, there's another right
Another
hand
one, bro.
that smothers through.
You got 30 seconds, bro. You got time to
The
drop
right
it. Yeah.
Extremely accurate for Manuel Villalobos here in round 16. Phoenix is pulled away. They're up 14-2. And now Villalobos has a chance
Drop him
to cap it off in the middle rounds.
10 seconds.
Round winding down. Lewis at this point trying to be saved by the bell. One last effort.
Easy win for
Villalobos
Phoenix.
Dominating over the
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Round.
Wow, you know what? He came out. He was one punch away from duplicating it. And here it is. Sometimes you see the fighters able to close it when they put on the swarm, and that's with all the punches being accurate. The last swarm he put together, a couple just did miss. Referee looking for one more. He might have stopped it there. And as a result, Lewis is able to stay there. But what a torrent of punches by Villalobos, and one of the league's most exciting heavyweights now.
Round 16 by unanimous decision from Phoenix, Manuel Villalobos.
1 point seems like a discount.
Phoenix leads Houston
So Phoenix
14-2.
is running it up. Well, where can you watch TBL and all the good moments like this? Let's go to my buddy Justin Shackle to fill you in on where you can watch TBL.
It's great to have you with us for Team Boxing League action today. And here's how you can tell other fans where to catch Team Boxing League events. There are a number of places that we can be seen. You can watch us on MSG Networks, the Gotham Sports app, and Spectrum Sportsnet, as well as on our home network, Envoy Fast. Plus, the full season of Encores are on Envoy TV every day. Download the Envoy app. Connected TV users with Samsung, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, and LG devices can download the TBL app, watch both live action and play previous matches on demand. TBL is also seen on YouTube, the TBL app, and in Spanish on the Estrella Network.
Louisville Pass gets a sack. Okay. Oh. Dang. What's up? Bro. I'm going through it, bro. Hey, whatever it takes for her to be
Nothing
okay.
flashy, no extra points, but the Phoenix Fury in full control, commanding this event in Atlanta between the Fury and the Houston Hitmen, up big 14-2 as we welcome you back inside. Justin and Dave with you. So Phoenix wins 7 of the first 8 rounds of the launch phase. Middle round, same story. They win 7 of the 8 rounds there, barring a dramatic comeback here, which would truly be unbelievable at this point in the money rounds. They've joined what we've seen here this weekend in Week 11, how could this type of performance serve them well moving forward?
I think, Justin, it's one of these things
Definitely
where
a shoot
you build
out,
the
a
confidence
shootout
because
between the Kings and the
you don't
Blackhawks,
get
the
knockouts,
Battlehawks.
and so every one of your fighters is winning, and you're showing different
They really
ways
got a
to
whole
win.
play-by-play
The
desk.
knockouts are bonus
I
points.
mean, yeah,
you
why
want
not?
to get them in the playoffs, but if you can't, you need individual victories, and this is a team-building thing. They've done very well together.
So the money round's coming up, and before this event, we're trying to
Oh,
figure out
yeah,
on
yeah,
paper
yeah,
what
yeah.
looked really compelling from a strategic
Ah.
standpoint. We thought, hey, maybe in round 24 it could be action-packed, but Phoenix is in such a large lead, and we're going to see why here as we look back at some of the action from the middle rounds. Round 13, Mendez,
And honestly, I feel like part of it's not even my freaking knee, bro.
Yeah, and this is
I feel like it's
him
my
coming off
outer died.
losing streak. He came out really
I think I
strong,
got like a nerve
motivated,
issue or something.
good pressing the pace. He started early and withstood a mid-round assault, so he comes up with a double. Great to take that forward. And then this guy is becoming must-see in the
Villalobos out here
division.
been wrecking. Ah.
Villalobos, you know, he had the knockout last week, and though he almost got one here, didn't get it, but what offense he showed.
What's up, Kevin?
Good
My bad, bro. I didn't even
and
see your
this
message,
is the
bro.
guy that's,
That blue
making his
blended in
mark.
on my screen, bro. How you doing, man?
Watching him the rest of the year.
Yeah, it was an
How you
electric
feeling?
second half of that round. We're going to see Villalobos in the 23rd round again,
Yeah.
but in round
Yeah.
24.
Oh, yo, Bomber,
look,
you see
there's
how they
only been
doing all
two
this extra
victorious
security
Houston
now
fighters. One of them is Julia
for Game 3?
Gallegos in her TBL debut, and the
Man out here
19-year-old
messing up the whole
was
vibe,
trusted
bro.
to go into the 24th
He
round
messed up the
against Tierra
whole
Brandt. So
vibe,
it's
bro.
Brandt and Gallegos in that 24th round, a good round to watch.
Yeah, and for a lot of reasons.
What
It's
a
character
bum, bro.
building, even if the
Like, why
team
you gotta be there
match
for it?
that
You
night
ain't
is not
gotta
at
be
stake.
there,
You're
bro.
trying to show your young
Bro,
fighters,
like,
I'm
here's
putting
my
you in round
issue, right?
24. Someday we're going to need you
He
in
ain't
round
gotta be
24.
there.
Get used
You know
to
why?
it now. It's
Bro, you
something
don't
that's
even
very
live in New
important
York
in case they
anymore,
are
bro.
needed down the
I don't
road.
care
So
if you
this is
got
a
businesses
strategic
in New
coaching
York.
decision.
I don't
All
care
right,
if you
let's get the
got
money round started, and let's go back inside with Ray
if you
Forbes.
got property in New York, which I hope they tax your dumb ass from. You know, they should tax you even though you're the president. Bro, you don't live there. You don't live there anymore, bro. You live in Florida, bro. You should be a Heat fan. But you want to go there. Why? Because you want to show face. We don't care about you, bro. We don't care about you. Here go Reiko. Reiko gonna win 2 for 2.
Remember, at the end of that round, the referee sort of warned Santana after the round was over, watch the holding. So will that be a situation that we have to keep an eye on here in the 17th round?
Bro, I hear mess up the whole vibe. Like, so you know, like how,
with the glove in the face,
like you
away
saw it,
from
bro.
the eyes
Like,
of the referee.
if you like, because
So
people were doing
Santana,
watch parties.
Yeah, has been on a roll. This fight, first round tonight,
People were
he
doing
looked a
watch
little more
parties
vulnerable
like around Madison
to
Square
be
Garden.
beaten than in
Now they
some
can't
other
do it
rounds.
anymore.
But he did
They
pull
can't
out
do it for
that
Game 3
pure
just because of the
going
extra
against him,
security
saying, "I said,
that
you know
they're
what, I have
implementing.
my moments, and maybe I can simply adjust and be busier."
Santana landed a quality right hand on Isom. Moments
Bro,
into
like I
this
said,
round.
bro.
But yet they
Ooh.
were the same from the prior round.
What you're seeing here with Santana, he
Look,
is a
I think the
bull.
Bengals will be a
He
better
rushes
fit for Alvin
forward,
Kamara.
but not to the point where you can easily pick him off.
Because if you go to the Packers, are you going to get rid of Josh Jacobs?
Here, working beautifully to get
Is he going to be
inside.
out the league because of the situation he got into?
Yep, that's what the veteran does.
Well, yeah, man. Like, bro, like you don't even go here, bro. Like, leave the game as is, bro.
And on the other side, you need to do
I'm telling you, bro.
something when he's
If the
making
Knicks
those
lose the
moves.
series, bro, y'all better.
And so
If
far,
y'all lose
it
the
has been
championship,
difficult for
y'all better
Isom
blame
to
him.
discourage
It's his fault.
the straight ahead forward motion by Santana.
Wow.
Big reach from Darren Isom for a light
Bro, it's
heavyweight.
14-2, bro.
And with Santana coming straight at him, he could gamble now and throw that uppercut. You know, Santana is walking into the path of it. And
No,
there
but he's
was-
weaving through, and again, a right hand connects for Raiko Santana.
We did see the uppercut that was there for Isom, but Santana ate it and then threw a good right hand. And it's difficult when you execute something that is perfect right in front of you and you do it right, and it doesn't accomplish the effect for you.
Here's a right hand, wreaking havoc from Ryko. That's the standout punch of the 17th round.
Ten seconds.
There's some recklessness in the throws from Isom. But that was a more controlled round for Ryko Santana.
Went straight at him. Did the bob and weave. He scored. Took the best that came back at him. And unfazed by
Wait, Alvin Kamara has never hit over 1,000 yards?
Santana from
that can't be true.
This year. Here's that bob and weave I talked about.
No. Now I gotta research that. That can't be true.
Movement got him closer. Couple ways to get inside. You can do the jab, or you can do what he did here, and that worked out well.
TBL fans, the winner of round 17 by way of split decision. From Houston, Darren.
Oh, wow.
And all that said, all the good work, it went to Isom, who scored with some uppercuts.
Round 18 at lightweight, Houston, Manuel Sangruni. Phoenix, James Pierce.
932. That's crazy, bro. Because he had a crazy year one time. And I thought that, wow.
So Houston wins the first of the money rounds. And now Manuel Sangroni and James Pierce will go at it. Sangroni lost to Joaquin Camberos. James Pierce was in action way back in round 3. Picked off Jaden Alpo, who we're going to see in a couple of rounds.
And this is more of what we expected to see from Sangroni. Straight ahead, right in your face. Out-punch me on the inside if you can.
Pierce looking busy in the first 30 seconds. Going up against the 4 and 5 Sangroni here.
My
now
gosh.
Sangroni fighting back from the inside.
He's just swinging and swinging.
Now, you look at Sangroni and you can think, well, you know, on top of this straight ahead movement, could he incorporate more lateral movement? Can he incorporate a little more classic boxing? If you do too much of that, it takes away your own aggressiveness. Some fighters are simply meant to work a certain style, and that looks to be what has been working for Sangroni.
That early aggression feels like it may have rocked Sangroni kind of out of rhythm here. There's blood coming down from the nose of Sangroni as well.
You do this kind of style, it's a dice roll every time stylistically, because now you're not making your opponent jab his way in. You're not making him look for the angles. It's all who gets in and who has more. Type of fight the fans love to see and the coaches hate. The jab optionals.
Pierce coming through with that left hand. Not a knockdown as Sangroni slipped. Maybe it's just me, Dave. Sangroni looks winded.
Well, second fight. You know, we
comes through with a clean left hand.
Bring this up on a lot of the broadcasts because it's not something that people talk a lot about, but the second time you fight, we often see in the last minute somebody having a stamina problem.
And Sangroni's walking into a combo there from Pierce moments ago, tried to fight back with one of his own. And he just ate a straight right hand from James Pierce, his 34-year-old southpaw.
So you could have put a sliver down the center of this ring, and they would have stayed.
How far back should I go? I would say,
great if you're watching it. Great if you're there.
If you have any relevant experience to what it is, put that there. That's it. If it's anything that doesn't have, like, if it doesn't have anything that could be useful, I wouldn't even put it, bro.
James Pierce wiping Sangroni's
So I would just say, look at whatever it says on the job description, and if it's anything from previous that you think can apply, then put it.
Are high. Sangroni and Pierce load up and score. So now it's the judge is just a matter of deciding who got more.
TBL fans, the winner.
That's great. Yeah, it is.
By way of split decision from the Houston Hitman, Manuel Sangroni. Round 19 at cruiserweight, Houston David Stevens, Phoenix Charles Pugh.
All right, so Pugh won a split when they fought not long ago.
Pugh taking round 15. Here they are, back in action in round 19.
We see different versions of the two-round philosophy tonight. Like here we are, 15 and 19 with these guys, and the women who started us round 1 and round 24. They have a couple hours to think about what they're going to do the next
That's
time.
why I'm putting my school as bold as I can since I went to school with my store manager's son.
High and then go back in.
What would you rather?
Say, hey,
I would rather
look.
have myself about 25
You should know where that
And
is.
I know it's individual choice. If I won, if I lost, come on, when can I get back in there? But I think 25 is ideal to reset and give yourself a little bit of a rest, warm down period. But you don't want to think about it for the next hour and a half because you can drift off. So my personal philosophy would be that, and it varies.
Phoenix with a 14-4 lead in the overall score, trying to pick up a second straight win and improve to 3-2. Good right hand smearing across the face of David Stevens from Charles Pugh. Going for his second straight win tonight.
You know, in an 8-event season for these teams, 1 minute you're 1-2, and the thought is they really have to get a win. And then it's 3-2. They're one of the best teams in the league. Look out for them. So each event is 12.5% of your season. So you put a couple together, and you know, you can shoot up in the standings, which Phoenix is doing.
Yeah, low blow followed a rabbit punch. Or the other way around, rabbit punch followed the low blow over that sequence there between Pugh and Stevens. And a good left hand coming through from Charles Pugh. Houston has won the first 2 rounds here in the money round.
Oh, shit. Dang.
Oh, left hand.
What a left hand, bro.
For Charles Pugh.
He said he hated it, though.
Stevens leaned in too far after throwing that punch.
Special delivery. And, you know, Pugh would theoretically be happy about how this fight is being waged because he loves the straight ahead action, and he's being obliged here. He's being beaten downstairs to the punch with these left hooks.
There's a right hand from Pugh, knocking Stevens off balance.
Did they hit another 4-point field goal?
Stevens turned his head. Pugh tried to capitalize.
I was going to say, can't fault Pugh for that throw when you're turning your back to him.
Okay.
So there was some good action at the end for Pugh. And so let's see what happened before that. The low blow And that's when you're looking for positioning and your body's off. And this is where Pugh was off balance and got nailed, but then said, that didn't get me much. This is some of Pugh's better collection here. And toward the end, as you say, when your opponent turns his head, you have to keep going. He didn't throw for the back of the head. He did try to score in the front.
Fans, the winner of round 19 by way of unanimous decision. From the Houston Hitmen, David Stevens.
What up, bum? How you feeling, bro?
Round 20 at lightweight. Houston, Jaden Alpo. Phoenix, Joaquin Gamberos.
So Houston trying to make it interesting here. He's taken the first 3 rounds. David Stevens awarded that round over Charles Pugh. And here's Alpo and Joaquin Gamberos. And Gamberos for Phoenix put a domination.
Oh, why you just say that? What you mean? You call me a chump?
Using that.
I just responded. I responded to what you said.
And here he gets in his licks early on against Alpo.
And that was an excellent performance by him early on against one of Houston's better fighters from time to time.
She's not going to hit 20 points.
Joaquin Gamberos, 19 years of age, out of Tucson. He's of Mexican heritage, nicknamed El Jr.
Hey.
Wonder when the growth spurt happened.
When do you become El Senior?
8-0 with 6 KOs in traditional boxing. And he went to his family's homeland for his first 6 fights. They took place in Mexico.
Pretty schooled fighter and some street toughness that you can sense in him as well. That last right hand coming from in close. Good instinct.
Showing close range ability. He gets caught there with that left hook from Alpo. They fight shoulder to shoulder.
As Gamberos was willing to do that so he could score with the uppercut, but Alpo just walked through it and is happy to set up camp inside. Theoretically,
oh yeah, I saw.
Gamberos would like to stay.
I saw that
outside,
Perez got reelected, so
himself.
Mourinho's definitely going to be the.
Alpo wants to be right where he is here.
Under a minute to go in this 20th round. This has been a much closer, more competitive round that Gamberos has experienced. He was all over Sangroni, and here he's had a lot of moments against Jaden Alpo, who's hanging tough in with the 19-year-old out of Tucson.
Yeah, I'm happy that the pacemaker was working properly, and he was able to regain consciousness.
Of the opportunities he has gotten inside. Gamberos willing to trade with him here, and he gets nailed with a good right hand.
Comes back with a right hand of his own. Gamberos' throw rate certainly outpointed Alpo, but Alpo picked his shots in the right spots in this round. That's a pretty close round.
Well, we got a few more rounds left, and then I'll hop off.
Alpo has been sharp on the inside, so judges will measure how effective they think the sharpness of Alpo on the inside means. Second half of this fight was good for Alpo, but there were some moments in the beginning where Gamberos was utilizing the height and reach. Had he done that all the way through, it would have been an easier verdict for him, but he let Alpo in, and Alpo did some good work inside.
The winner of round 20 by way of unanimous decision. From Phoenix, Joaquin Gamberos.
Oh,
But that win by Camberos gives him 2-round victories here tonight.
15
the
to
19-year-old
5,
puts
man.
Phoenix back ahead by 10. 15
No.
to 5. Fury.
No knockouts.
We'll be back after this. Phoenix's lead has climbed back up to 10, 15 to 5. They're in front. Let's get ready for round 21 with Ray Flores.
Round 21 and heavyweight. Houston, Carlos Frometa. Phoenix, Cesar Navarro.
Get going with round 21. Two heavyweights in Navarro and Frometa. They went at it in a split decision in round number 8. Navarro winning it. Pretty compelling.
And Frometa coming out trying to get something big for Houston. They need a 4-point event, a knockout, to get into hailing range, and much easier said than done, but at least he has come out with that intent in the first 40 seconds here.
Overall, Phoenix in full control on this night. Let's hear from one of their coaches. Sonny Gutierrez is standing by with Amelia.
Coach Sonny, you guys are right now in 5th. You're going to be moving after this fight, you know, if you guys secure the win tonight, moving up the rankings. And I had told people how disruptive the Phoenix Fury can be. You know, coming into this, you guys made some adjustments. What is going on with the team right now?
You know, the team knows that they have to. They know they have to pick it up going into the playoffs. So that's what they're doing. They're doing their homework. They're training hard, and they know to finish strong. You know, so.
Not trying to distract you. I know Cesar Navarro's in there. Where did you find this guy?
He's out of Arizona as well. He's a cruiserweight, but he filled in for heavyweight.
And you guys always seem to be digging up new talent. Thank you so much. I don't want to bother you. He's very much locked into this round. Justin, back to you.
All right, thanks, Amelia. Navarro fighting above his weight and doing a pretty good job.
He has been. Yep, the good action we're seeing from both fighters here, as the heavyweights have shown both some pretty good speed and some power.
Navarro, a 6'3" native out of Sonora, Mexico. These two fighters, both 6 feet 3 inches tall, big boys.
And both doing some good work with the jab here to go with their heavyweight.
Yo,
power.
what up, what up, what up? What's good, Color? How you feeling?
Navarro was able to use that to settle down the aggression of Frometa, who came out
How's the weekend been
trying
for
for
you?
a 4-point win early
10
on in
seconds.
this.
Go ahead.
Well, with these final moments, we're seeing a lot of what we saw in round 8 between these two. This was a tamer round between Navarro and Frometa.
Eh?
Yeah, after the
He wears the
jab,
pressure in. in a team boxing
stop
match.
the advance.
It's
Nah. It became more
nah.
of a tactical battle, and so credit.
Don't worry, you gonna
Navarro for doing that.
You gonna push through, right?
And keeping this as a one.
You got the strength, you got the energy to keep going. It's gonna gas out, bro. So you know what you do? You keep fighting. You keep fighting, and you gonna put that junk in the corner and keep fighting.
Round 22 at welterweight. Houston,
Of course, bro.
Elijah Williams.
You know,
Phoenix,
we love you, appreciate you, we value you, bro. And that ain't just words, bro. That's fact.
Well, we heard Demarius Watson earlier with Amelia talking about maturity, and she praised him for listening to his corner, and he was saying, to be honest with you, I didn't hear too much of that.
Well,
so it shows pretty good ring IQ for this youngster.
Yeah, maybe they coached him beforehand and he zoned it out, but yes, some pretty good IQ, and he.
Thank you for the shout out, Pizza. I appreciate you. W Mod
actually had a good start to his TBL journey,
and he could put this event to bed. Take a look at the score. It's 15-6. Phoenix in front. Over these last 3 rounds, Houston would mathematically need 3 stoppages.
In a night when we've had none.
Can the 20-year-old close out the team score? Now 3-0 in TBL action.
Oh.
And you're the coach, you're looking forward for the team. You want to know that there are a couple different ways that you can gain victories.
Right.
You always want the power to come into play.
My office, like my streaming area, bro, is so cold, bro.
For a night like this, when
it's so cold. I got it, bro. I have a heater. I have a space heater right now. Underneath, like right underneath my leg, bro.
Good boxing.
Is that a sleeping bag? No, it's just a blanket. It's just a blanket. No, man. It's just like down here. Down here, it's like it gets extra cold. Right.
1 minute to go in the 22nd round.
But upstairs, where our bedroom is, it gets hot.
Round. Then it's Tierra Brandt and Julie Gallegos
and
closing it out.
Like I said, we want to make sure that my daughter is comfortable when she's sleeping. So
good work here along the ropes.
So we make it cooler.
Watson.
But for it to be cooler upstairs, it's going to get colder down here.
Another winding right hand from Watson. There's a good 3-punch combo. Williams trying to battle back.
Yeah. Two more rounds. Oh.
Some more good ring maturity here by Watson being shown. Staying on the outside and not pawing with his punches.
A good showing for
DC versus Louisville.
The 20-year-old out of Phoenix.
That should be. And they playing at DC because the United Bowl's at it's in Audi Field.
Both of his rounds here tonight.
No, thank you. I'm actually not the biggest fan of watermelon like that. Personally. Who knows somebody? Yeah, I know.
By way of split decision. From the Phoenix Fury, Demarius Watson. Our penultimate money run will be At super middleweight, Houston, Devin Thorne. Phoenix, Sebastian Salomon Duran.
So round 23 is going to feature two 168-pounders. Villalobos and Lewis originally scheduled for another round, but we saw the damage that Lewis took, that he received from Villalobos, so it seems like that's a reason why they're not going to be fighting a second round. In comes Devin Thorne and Sebastian Duran.
Shoot, I should have asked
put on a really good
HR
showing
what they
in a
wanted in
round
the email subject. Oh,
They really did, back and forth. They
What
went
did you
the
put?
whole way, as we expected by the styles that they have exhibited throughout the season. Durant coming up with that win. We try to move things along here when the fighters are in the swing rounds and hey, you're up.
Duran in the maroon, Thorne in the white. And Phoenix has wrapped up the head-to-head win over Houston here. But if you are Devin Thorne, if you're Julie Gallegos coming up, you obviously want to pick up a win.
Yeah, you've waited, maybe an hour if you're Thorne. You want to get back at Navarro. It was close the first time. Let's go at Duran here and see if he can get a split.
We'll see if that works out for you, Dom.
Duran being more measured with these first 45 seconds than he was in the 7th round.
Damn, I was gonna do something. I totally forgot.
Now we've seen him unload.
Oh.
We've seen him get stoppages. A lot of times, the style of the fight has to cooperate with those intentions.
There's a left hand that sneaks upstairs from Duran. Took the elevator up, Dave.
Now it does cooperate a little bit with fighter in front of him, stopping for a second. They were both jabbing, taking their turns, looking for the comfort zone for that for pretty much the first minute. Now it has opened up a little bit more.
Durant favored those uppercuts in the 7th round.
And these are sneaky and well placed because they're
Can't wait till
behind the
tomorrow.
jab,
Ask her,
following the
and
jab
ask her since there's no rush on what I'm applying for, and I can email it to her right there.
Left hand whacking Thorne. And he comes back with a righty counter.
Well, Duran is shooting for it with these uppercuts and with the big right hands, and it opens up possibilities on both sides. Now, we've seen Thorne have
14
some
seconds.
big moments on our highlights and dropping opponents. We saw that in the San Antonio matchup.
Oh my gosh.
Here his opponent has been just a little more elusive. Highlights from that last round as Thorne tries to get in. And Duran with that uppercut. It was blocked, but he's been sneaky with that. 8-1 as he tried to set up the next big shot. So it was gritty with these fighters on the inside.
Team Boxing League fans, the winner of round 23 by way of split decision from the Houston Hitmen, Devin Thorne.
What?
Well, Thorne picks up a close split decision.
Round will be in the featherweight division. Houston, Julia Gallegos. Phoenix, Tierra Brandt.
And something to Perhaps keep in mind here moving forward, Duran suffered a pretty nasty cut at the near end of that round, right above his left eye. You saw the blood. Got to keep that in mind to see if he is in the lineup the next time out.
And that's the type of thing that can keep you out, as the coaches may want to keep you there in line for the playoffs. Cut or a headbutt injury is
all right, last round.
Devastating things that happen in
Phoenix
a
has already secured the victory.
Well, this was our round to watch. Round 24, the final between Tierra Brandt and Julie Gallegos. The thought was, wow, look how much faith Houston is putting in to a 19-year-old making her TBL debut tonight in Gallegos. It'd be a pretty meaningful moment for her as she lets her hands loose on Tierra Brandt, but this one's all wrapped up as Phoenix is comfortably ahead 16-7.
Yeah, and that is the scoreboard angle, and then there is the coaching angle, if the scoreboard angle is eliminated, of trying to build up these fighters, their confidence and their seasoning in case they are needed in round 24 in the future. You come out of round 24 regardless of the score and you get a win for your team, that is a huge emotional lift going forward anytime.
Gallegos way busier in the first minute, and there's that jab, and then she addresses the body coming off that jab. A right hand and a left both connect from Julie Gallegos. Hey, maybe we're starting to see what Brian Caldwell saw on Julie Gallegos.
Yes, well, you know, the first time we saw Brandt doing a lot of things from different angles, and what Gallegos is doing here, trying to, is take away that comfort. Do not let her move and punch when she wants to. Punch when you want to, and force her to
doing all right, man.
And Gallegos
Today was
has
it
made
was
some
bro.
good adjustments. And
It
look
was
how
hot
quickly she
outside. It
gets
was like
on
93
top
degrees.
Of Brandt here to try and set up the next phase. And as a
But right
result,
now my house is like
we're not
extra
seeing
cold, bro.
Tierra Brandt moving
So I got a
to the
heater running
same
right now.
level as the first time.
And we're seeing good defense from Gallegos as well. And just as I say that, she eats
Oh.
a big right hand from
Oh.
Tierra Brandt.
Oh.
And now this is the best stretch of the round for Brandt.
1 minute.
Yeah, as she shot up and pretty much adjusted mid-round, showing a veteran move.
How you doing today, though?
Knowing that she was not happy with how stylistically this was playing out. So in the first matchup, Gallegos was fighting Brandt's fight, and for a stretch that we were talking about, Brandt was fighting Gallegos' fight until she tried to take that away.
Well, you could toss the score right out of the window. Last round, they are laying it all out. Julie Gallegos and Tierra Brandt, they have made this a compelling final 3 minutes in Atlanta.
10 seconds. Final 10 seconds of the night.
Opened the show earlier, come on and finish with gangbusters here.
Good scrap to close it out. The 24th round ends with some excitement between these two women, and
Thank
this
you
will
for
be
the
a tough one to
3-screen
score.
streak. Thank you,
and
I
if you're
appreciate you.
Gallegos, you know, you did everything you could
what you been watching?
because you changed the tenor of the style by doing this, being on the inside, coming in straight, and fighting the style that you need to win. Regardless of whether she gets that, she gets credit for making the adjustment stylistically to give herself the best chance.
Ben's the winner of round 24 by way of unanimous decision. From Houston, Julie
Oh! It's called Off Campus. What's it about?
So Julie Gallegos wins her first 2 rounds in Team Boxing League, but the Phoenix Fury, they padded this one up and are victorious on the road. They pick up a 16-8 victory over Houston. We'll be back with Fight
victorious.
to wrap it up after this.
No knockouts, but straight solid domination from the Phoenix Fury. Oh, Dio, I downloaded that goals game, so I'm gonna check it out, see what it's about. And they got like a baseball one too that was free. I think it was like centered around the Japanese league or KBO. I don't know, one of them. It's really good. I could look for it and see what it's about. What's up, Boa? Yeah. All right. How is team boxing different from the professional stuff? Because okay, so it's 24 3-minute round matches, right? Different weight classes, they do 1 round each. Sometimes they do 2. The point system. Whoever wins out of that 1 round gets 1 point. If you get a knockdown, you'll win the round, and then you get additional points for the amount of knockdowns. You can get a max of 2 knockdowns. If you get a stoppage or a knockout, you get 4 points. And then whoever gets the most points after the 24 rounds is the winner. But the matches, even though they are 1 round, they also do go and they are credited towards your overall professional boxing record.
Balance of Nature supplements help you stay consistent with ingredients of whole foods you can easily slot into your daily routine. Go to balanceofnature.com, use code TEAM, and start today. Time now for our star of the fight, brought to you by Balance of Nature. We turn our attention to round 16, Dave. Manuel Villalobos only got it for 3 minutes tonight. He made the most of it.
Yeah, almost a knockout. He did everything but put his opponent away. This would have been his 2nd straight knockout. He came 1 connection away from getting the call. He tried everything to get this finished. And this has become one of the most exciting heavyweights in the league right now.
So Villalobos picks up the win. Phoenix wins it 16-8. Let's go back inside Shrine Center with Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Shriners here in Atlanta, Georgia, your final score, the Phoenix Fury 16, the Houston Hitman 8. Here are your 3 stars of the fight. Your number 3 star, Houston featherweight, Julia Gallegos. Number 2 star, Phoenix lightweight, Joaquin Camaros.
So rest of, I mean, well, technically, you have WWE Speed was kind of like that.
1 star, Phoenix welterweight, Judah Israel.
WWE Speed was like that. But just without the points.
Coach Sonny, I don't know how you do it, but somehow you always dig up some really fantastic talent. Tell us your secrets.
Well, the fighters are, they know what they're getting into going into the playoffs. They got to go hard, and they've been doing that. So.
And also, how they listened to you was something that I took away when we the first rounds, launch rounds. The team looked so composed, incredibly locked in, and they were listening to you and your other cornerman Goose. It was like push button. I said something with Demo, and he was like, "No, I didn't even hear it." But you guys were syncing, and it wasn't just him. It was like the entire launch round was fantastic.
Oh yeah, we go over a game plan going into the fight, and they stick to it. So.
I could see it executed. Yeah. Excellent work, Coach.
Thank you.
Ma'am, welcome. Come step into the light. Your TBL debut tonight. Yes. Welcome to Team Boxing League. Fantastic performance tonight. 2 different opponents.
I think we got one Friday.
I have to just give you so much credit. You had first round of the night. You closed the show out, round 24. And what a show you just put on for us.
Thank you so much. You know, I love to fight, and that's exactly what I did tonight, and it worked. So I'm just doing what I love. I want to thank everybody who supported me, my family out in Las Vegas. I love you so much. Thank you to my family and friends who were able to get me here tonight.
And I just have to comment on such it was like intentional aggression.
Yeah, Friday.
Like, every single punch was intentional.
Friday.
And I could see it. I mean, you were locked in there. Is that, I mean, was that the mentality tonight? You were just locked in, or is this, you know, just you as a fighter? Is this what we're going to see going forward?
For sure. You know, that's me. I love a good dogfight. That's what I like. And so coming into TBL, I knew that's what I was, you know, going to have to face. And I'm fine with that because I'm good at it. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for putting on a wonderful show tonight, ma'am. Joaquin, next in line. Again, same as, I mean, tonight you had such dynamic, you had two top opponents. I mean, each round, it was like, where does your gas tank come from?
Mexican, that's why.
But he's as a Mexicano,
really
eh?
Dynamic to be able to go in there with Sangroni. It was I mean, he loved it. It was a dogfight. He started bleeding, and it was like, it seemed to egg him on, and you didn't care. And then you went in there again, and it was just like, you know, a different opponent, and you just kept, yet your mind was so clear. I could see it. It was with the gas tank, aggression, but you were dynamic.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's what I'm practicing here in the team boxing league. I could have easily boxed both of my opponents out, but you know, I like brawling. I like that type of fighting style. I'm Mexican again, so you know, it's in my blood. So.
Excellent work tonight. Congratulations on being an amazing star. Judah. Judah, I'm sitting next to Goose and Sonny on that side of the ring, and I heard Goose say, man, he looks good tonight. And I have to agree. What is clicking for you? Because I'm seeing you from LA to now, and it's just like I'm seeing you progressively get better.
Well, what Coach said, we're not here to blend in, we're here to stand out. I'm from Phoenix Fury, we're here to fight. We just came to fight. That's what I'm here to do.
Talk to us about the finals as you guys are moving towards the playoffs.
Oh, this was my dream. I told y'all, ever since I won my first fight, that I was coming to make the playoffs with the Phoenix Fury, and that's what I came to do.
Love it. So what do you think the Phoenix is going to do in the playoffs?
Huh?
What do you think the Phoenix Fury is going to do in the playoffs?
Oh, yeah, we winning that Mega Bowl. That's what I'm coming for. We win that Mega Bowl. I'm coming for that Mega Bowl. I'm coming for it all.
Prediction's been made. Thank you so much, Judah. Congratulations. Great work tonight. Justin, Dave?
Well, some young fighters in their early 20s.
We're gonna end it here
for Phoenix, but as we take a look
Appreciate
at the money round highlights, a couple of bright spots
if you
for
are
the Houston Hitmen
on
this night here in round
YouTube
17.
or Kick, we're gonna end it here. Appreciate y'all as always. Please make sure y'all follow. Please make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes,
Thank y'all for all the support. Hey, y'all have a good night and a good week.